All right, well, let's see if this is working again. So we're playing Black Book. Just had to test, make sure my stream was going through. So yes, we're playing Black Book. Black Book is a solo player game based in some Russian folklore legends. That music is just too loud. I'm playing around with the volume some more. I put Black Book up to 100% for its volume on OBS, and I've maxed my mic up to 300% now. So hopefully, I always sound quiet in the recordings when I'm listening. So cranking this one up some more. We'll see how this comes out. Hopefully, it doesn't come out distorted or blasting or anything like that. The basics is that you are a young woman. You married a man. Your grandfather was a Koldun, a witch, basically a sorcerer. You were given the chance to learn from him, but you decided you want nothing to do with it. Instead, you married the man, and then the man, for some reason, supposedly, allegedly, went off and killed himself, and you were distraught, and you know the legend of the Black Book, which is bound by 7 seals, and it's kind of based on that quote from Revelation at the beginning. And so you decide to call upon your grandfather, have him teach you the ways of the Koldun, so you can break the seals of the Black Book and use its powers to bring your beloved husband back from the dead. Supposedly. The game utilizes kind of a spell card combat system. You start off with a few. You have a book that can hold a certain amount of spells. You can, based off of your levels, how many of them you can pull up at a time and use per round of combat. Defeating other demons grants you new spells. You get 3 to choose from. Completing small quests and side quests will grant you experience points, as well as rubles, which you use to add new spells into your spell book, and possibly other things in the game. Currently, we are working on a main quest. Having become a Koldun ourselves, the villagers have come to us for aid, thanks to Grandpa telling everyone I'm a Koldun. And one of them is that there is a cursed windmill, and we're going to go up and deal with the demon. There is also a side quest granted by Grandpa to go to a village and deal with a chort, which is a demon that he sent there to do something, and it's gotten out of hand. So we went there, took that out. Along the way, there's little pathways on the map. Expand targeting selection, add new words to the storage by... Sorry, I didn't look at this part before. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to go back. We're going to load our game. This is where we're playing at. We're going to start off here. The game is turn-based, so we don't really have to worry about things rushing up and killing us.
The spruce branches part, and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place.
Alright, so let's take a look at the world map here. This is home. This was the side quest. This is where we went to the village to take care of Grandpa's errant demon. This was a little side place. You have to travel along hit each point as you travel. And after we finished there, then we went here. This is a little side thing. We went and messed around there. We messed around there. You know, hit this along the way, hit this along the way, hit this little side thing, south thing, and now we're back up here at the windmill. Going... exit. Thank you. Remembering some of the lore, you're not supposed to go into a windmill and work at night. Lots of places, houses, and businesses have spirits or demons that guard a place, you know, and you're supposed to appease them. And I guess in some way they can help you out too, or you'll at least not interfere with your life. And this one, though, for some reason, someone's done something to piss this one off, and this one's stopping the windmill from working. Now, let's go on back where we're at. So this is your spell book, your black book. These are spells you have to pull upon. These are spells that you already have. Your spell casting is based off of how many orders, which type of spell, or keys you can hold in a turn. And right now you can hold, you can cast 2 orders and a key per combat round. These are your keys. Those are your orders. So obviously damage spells, defensive spells. +2 is a kind of a buff. This heals. I guess this heals. So it's not entirely clear. Defense. This is your major defense spell so far, 5 points. But it's an order. This is a 3-point, and it's a key. These are some combat spells. They have some, have some bonuses to them, as you can see. Some of them are just straight damage. This one here, amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color in your Zagoror, which is your spell hand. So if you had 3 in there, your effects would be up to 7. And there's another one down here like that, which is there we go, this one. So if you had a bunch of white ones in there, your bonus stats would be raised as well. Okay, there's your map, your items. This is information. These are kind of stories and stuff, and you gain clues of what you're going to have to deal with. It's page 1, page 2 of the Golden Information. There's knowledges you get over here. This is kind of your level. We're at 300 points out of 1,000. So leveling up is not going to be fast. I don't have any skill points. Don't have any ports in my service currently. I can have 1 number of order pages available, and number of key pages available for each. Okay, so when my selection comes up, I can have 4 of these and 2 of these. Sins, you develop sins based off of your choices. The more sins you have, the more alter the effects. I'm down a little bit in health. Let's just go back to the map. Let's exit on out of this. So we are injured, so I want to do something. I want to go into here. I want to go into my items. I want to go into my herbs. And I want to... So this is a new one. I still don't know how to use anything here. Oh yeah, and then there's a devil's finger. Yeah, I could use this for healing. I kind of want to... I don't know how to use this. Oh. Oh, F. There we go. Okay. I now know how to use this. Okay, and I should be healing back up to 17. Okay, there we go. I feel so much better now. Let's look around. So these are places you can go directly to explore, or you can just kind of walk yourself around and see what there is, and you can possibly discover some other things as well. See, like there's a backyard. So let's go look at the backyard.
It's hard to see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel your eyes getting used to the darkness. The black book may be aiding you. Amidst the thick grass, you spot an old axe, its blade covered with rust.
The axe. Okay. It's not going to have us walk off the edge here, so let's go on back over and see where else there is. And then pivot around. Let's go over here. Sometimes if you walk around, you'll find things like the axe, more herbs.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind. You can climb inside using a log. There is a small hole in the wall. The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not so often that you see this kind of mill in Cirden Uyezd.
Oh, okay. Looks like we go back for a moment. Okay, let's go to our encyclopedia. Knowledge. I don't want that. There we go, there's the encyclopedia. Thanks to the red corner, which is where that like the house demon lives, that kind of like looks over and protects your family. Let's see. The red corner is one of the most important mystical places in an Isba. That's a type of house. It's a standard like peasant's house or something. It is similar in importance to the hearth since it plays a central role in the home. It is most commonly in the right-hand corner of an Isba, across from the door, even in some northern Russian traditions where a porch is situated in an unusual manner. Most likely, ancestral idols were once placed atop these shrines. Following the arrival of Christianity, it became more to the icons of the saints. Okay? When I saw it, it kind of had it like an outline of a picture of the Virgin Mary. The other name of the red corner is Bonista, which means a god's place, and has always housed a small icon lamp. The head of the family sat in this corner and oversaw holiday feasts. Additionally, before the funeral, the deceased body of the family head was placed on a table with his head below the red corner. Okay. When entering an Isba, a visitor would make the sign of the cross over himself while looking at the red corner, even if there were no icons present. Okay. Initiation. As in any neophyte initiation, the sorcerer called Koldun has to pass through the maw of a beast at a crossroads, a banya, or whatever may constitute a boundary space. Most often, the initiation took place at a banya, and that is why the beast is often represented by a fiery dog. In different cultural traditions, the neophyte has to pass through the maw of the totemic ancestor. Interestingly, in the Sheridan region, this tradition has been partially preserved. In the geographic zone where Russian people interact closely with the Komi people, Kolduns have to pass through the maw of the white swan, Capper Galili, pike, lizard, or bear. I have no idea what a Capper Galili is, so I'm not pronouncing it well. All of these are totemic ancestors of Komi Permians, and we can see the evidence of this in traditional bronze plaques and hammers. So, cool, okay. Windmills. In Perm, windmills are rarer sights than watermills. This is because it is harder to catch the wind than it is to harness the power of running water. Often, windmills were built with a moving roof that was operated with a special lever. The wind could be caught just so that the wind blades could be moving with optimal efficiency. That's interesting. The most effective kind of wind was not the strongest wind, but moderate wind. Before the revolution, blades were fitted with a special fabric. They were later fitted with plywood. Okay, well, we have learned some new things. Let's go back. So, we can either sneak in or we can come in through the door. Let's go look at the door. I'm a polite peasant girl called. I will.
It's
check.
obvious the mill is old. Some wood has rotted through, making more windows. You approach and try to open the door. It's closed. The lock is as old as the mill. One good strike with something heavy, and it will break.
Nah, let's climb in. We don't want to break this windmill's lock.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. You try to clamber up, but your misstep leads to a painful fall. Another attempt, and you are safe inside.
Ow. Okay, well, let's go back to this. Let's go back to items. So these things here are giving me more health. Let's do this. Okay. We're going to want to do this because you can get hurt in the combat. You watch your hit points around the combat. So if we get something better, we'll get rid of the axe. It's the grindstone. It's the wheel. That's on the second floor. There are the scary demon eyes.
Some kind of will has been placed here by the miller.
Okay.
The grindstones are still, but the blades of the mill are turning.
Okay.
This chest is for various tools used at the mill. Nothing interesting.
You study the cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you.
Tall earthen vessel used to hold milk or other daily. Let's go back because that's not our money. And I don't know how long this game lasts and how many things I'm going to build up. There's a rift. There's herbs on the other hand. We're going to take. More healing herbs.
A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Chirgin.
City in the north of Perm province. They say long ago here lived white-eyed Chud people. Even today, people find idols on their fields. Lots of churches also. This place is as if enchanted. Let's peer outside. Something's probably going to shove us out the window and we'll fall and hurt ourselves. Oh, hey, there they are. Hey, there he is.
I expected to see a wretched old man, not a beautiful maiden.
13th brother. Interesting.
Why are you here, then?
Well,
Well, what do you want with the windmill then?
Haven't you figured it out? Perhaps I was wrong about you. I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of wit, deduction, and intellect, one endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place.
See, the trouble with the choice wordings is it's not always what you interpret it. Is that Miller's been cursed? The Miller's cursed someone and it's gone back. The original thing is you're supposed to have sacrifices for the spirit that lives within. Sacrifices for offerings. You're supposed to leave offerings, and if you don't leave the offerings, then the spirit that lives hangs out in the windmill, gets kind of pissed off and stops things from going on. No crosses isn't really a thing about placing it in here, so someone either sacrifice something to bring them here or the Miller's cursing. I'm gonna go with Miller's cursing.
Miller's curses invoke the devil. This piques your interest.
The swearing of mortals is so unsophisticated, and I must admit, I do not like it. But I'm not here because of that. I always have been and always will be here. They summoned me with a blood sacrifice when the mill was built. I'm bound to this place with my death in this world and my birth in the next. Enough, feeble sorceress. It is time to meet your demise. I will bring you into the ever dark realm of shadow and extinguish the candle of your life.
That was disappointing. I was hoping for a little bit more conversation, a little bit more, opportunity. There wasn't really anything in the mill lore that talked about sacrifice. They talked about a house could be cursed if someone sacrificed a chicken at it, a rooster while it's being constructed, but
And soon you will visit the fries of hell.
the fries of hell?
There is yet to be such a Khaldun who can outmatch the 13th brother.
Well, you definitely are the one to receive all the hand-me-downs, being the 13th. Explains the condition of your clothing. Alright, he's a big guy. Okay, so he's got... all minions disappear when this demon dies. Alright. He's got 50 health. He's going to be a bad motherfucker. He's going to be inflicting. Oh. He gets the hit with 2 attacks. Nasty, nasty, nasty. So we're going to give ourselves up some defense. And then we're going to hit him with the waste. And we're going to hit him with... That's an order I can't do. So we're gonna have to do. We'll do that.
You are so arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
Yes, my book will help me.
This can't be.
ones that we just don't have right here. Let's see if I can get something up here. Throw that up here. Survive this. This guy's a bed for herbs. Okay, well, that got me up some damage there. Okay. My combat and stuff. Okay, I need myself that. Get myself that.
It is a legendary artifact. I never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
Victory. The page amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. Plus it does bless, increases the damage of each page for 3 turns. That's pretty cool. This page remains active for 3 turns and affects other pages. And this page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages. Oh, look, 666 experience points. Now, isn't that special?
The 13th brother disappears into a burst of black flame. It seems that the air has changed, and it is easier to breathe. Soon, the Chorts will return and resume their work. The dark promise is still upheld. However, it is uncertain when they will start asking for sacrifices again. In any case, this is for the miller to worry about.
Yay! We are successful. How to kidnap from a banya.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
Vasilia.
Well done, Vasya. I didn't
Vasya.
doubt for a minute that you'd take care of the demon.
Somehow he still doesn't sound like an old European Russian. I don't know. It's just.
Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the Aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
You're supposed to be doing that already. You haven't said anything new.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, if it's.
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the Aspen demons.
Aspen demons? Oh no. Okay, well, I don't know. Sometimes I guess the translations just don't sound as cool in English.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it.
Maybe in Aspen, where they'll be skiing this winter?
Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
All right, old man, you may think. What about the other seals?
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit, and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chart.
I see. Time to get to work then. The Chorts are back.
All right, that's the Koldun familiars. After his initiation, a Koldun receives not only the knowledge and power of a sorcerer, he also receives his familiars, imps known as Bes or Chort. To the uninitiated, these demons appear in many different forms, as stained glass, bugs, or other insects. Stained glass? Okay. They can also appear as little human-like creatures with the body of a man, the head of a mouse, the arms of a frog. Familiars can be werewolves, cursed men, heretics, the unholy dead, or kikimoras. Don't know. I wonder what a kikimora is. In the forest, a Koldun can be aided by werewolves and wedding guests that have been transformed into bears. Werewolves can be distinguished from regular wolves by their eyes, which burn red, similar to the wicked sheep of English lore. which can be tell because they have a wicked gleam in their eyes. A Koldoon's imp familiar must always be occupied by work, or else they will cast curses on people or animals. This is why the Koldoon, to keep them busy, sends his familiars to make ropes out of the sand, count the leaves of the trees, or empty the seas with a teaspoon. Oh, okay. Anything over here we need to add in? Nope, okay. Demons at the Mill. Not long ago, there was a rich man who... he was right. Okay. Oh, no, I haven't actually read this one. Not long ago, there was a rich man who lived in the village. He had a water mill. One day he fell ill and found himself at death's door. He told his worker, "Gather 3 horses and take me to the mill, for I will die today." The assistant did as he was told. As he was riding home, he thought to himself, "How did my master know that he would die today?" He called his horses to a stop and rode back to the mill. When he arrived, he peered quietly through the window. What did he see but his master just sitting there, crying bitterly? Just then, a trap door to the cellar opened and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. Then one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. And what happened next? Okay, well, I guess we don't always get the full story. Now, the downside is I'm running out of...
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for.
No, we didn't. None of us were told what we were being signed up for. We were just following along with the game.
Everything has a price, especially wishes.
Okay, I was close. She was...
If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Koldoon for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in your Pested. Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your Pister. In the end, you decide what you do with those jorts of yours.
A major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire.
God help us.
This sounds like a lot of micromanaging. 4 visitors, 4 people to ask us. The Black Book. Do we want to, well, we've got 4 to 8. Do we want to add anything into our book? These are other spells we can add into our book, other copies of things, and it follows the basic shuffling system. The more you have of something in here, the more likely you can get it to come up. There, you can have a total of 33 spells in the book. It's not very visible here, even for me. A minimum of 15, a maximum of 33. Trouble is that the more spells you have in here right now, with able only to drop 3, you don't want to have a lot. Once something's in the book, it don't come back out. But I want to see about some more keys. What do I have here in keys? What do I have? I have Kaba, or is that Raba? I have 2 Raba, which is a minor defense. I have 1 Ilga, which amplifies. I don't have a lot of white spells, so having more of this in here. I have removes negative. Oh, damn, I didn't want to do that. I was so used to look at the keys and I did that. Can't I back that up? Can't I take that out? No, I can't. I already got two of those. Don't need that. I could add that one and have another. Oh, that's the Ruda right there. I've already got a Ruda. I don't have a lot of keys to choose from. Kind of disappointing. Alright, well, I think my mess up there is... That's enough, and that's how many spells I can have, as you can see. Drier than straw, colder than ice, hidden by a child unclean. And then you can have like 3 different books worth of spells, so you can choose between them. I think that's 30, so... So if you want to have 3 different books, but I don't think I have enough spells right now, so I'm not going to mess with it. Oliger has passed on you his pester full of chorts. You now have a number of chorts yearning for mischief. The pig, the hog, the one-eyed goat. Be careful, idle chorts torment their Koldu masters. It takes some time for a chort to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job: hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each chort has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Chorts perform better with their job of choice and worse with the ones they hate. In order for chorts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Mathve and Oprachink. During the raid of Ivan the Terrible, Mathve is now a fiend. Okay. Ivasket likes it when children starve. Okay, well, he's a chort of hunger. He's one of pain. -1 to defense, -4 to health. And -1 to damage. Huh. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Okay. does this stuff here do? Okay, let's take a better look at this. Okay. Send rats. So he doesn't like it because it's going to take him more time. So he seems like the best one to send on the job for that, and will get me 2 rubles. Okay. Place a curse on the crops. Summon a thunderstorm. And scare the peasants. Slander an innocent girl. Oh, hell no, we ain't doing that. Send drought. Well, let's... Oh, I see. So sending him will give me this, but cost me that much more in sin. Alright, so he takes less time. Will get me 1 more, and no more sin will go up. Okay, that's starting to make more sense now. You 3 days. And the drought. We're not going to slander an innocent girl. Send rats. I don't like you. And put a curse on the crops. Good. Why? Why? I want to send them off to count the sand. I'm almost up to another level. This isn't... Alright, we're done. Okay.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chores are also a giant pain.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them?
Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century.
And everything will be filled with demons then. Wait until the internet comes around.
The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too. You've heard of steam engines? Huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
How did you manage your own chores?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
I'll have to look at that one.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy. Helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him, anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all, but of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
All right. Little Min. Once we asked Khaldun to show us his imps. He was nice and drunk. It was around Maslenitsa time. He waved at us. I'll show you, but don't be frightened. Each had on blue short pants and red shirts. They stood in a line like little men, about 70 centimeters tall, because they used the metric system back then. They didn't walk, but hopped about. And when the Khaldun gave an order, the wind started to howl. I'll send them to the forest to count the needles on the pines, and when they're needed, I'll call out, and the wind will blow them back to me. He sighed bitterly. The imps asked consistently for work. What work? It's absurd. Once I took them to mow. Come the next morning, the grass was waist high again. Their true calling is to cast curses on people. But the more you curse, the more imps you get. It's torture. All right, well.
Galbets and his boss Cellar. Old Igor says that's where the Domovoy lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house.
You'll see if there's anything new. Yeah.
There's a great number of books in this collection. Illuminated books of old as well. Grandfather says that in days of old, they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the Domovoy came to be.
Okay, and then we'll just exit out of that. All right, let's deal with the visitors. We have 4 of them. You again?
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna, It's me again.
Yes, we know.
Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised.
Cool.
The spirits broke some things in the windmill, but we'll fix it somehow. I have some money saved up. I'll use some of it to fix the windmill, and the rest I'll leave to my grandson. Well, it is what it is.
So, I came to find out if maybe you've changed your mind about that woman. I brought a gift, you know.
Oh no, I'm not the cursing kind.
Well, alright. I'll think of something myself. Well, see you.
Be well and live long. My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
A week? So long!
You sure have grown tall.
In a week!
How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks?
What? What? The saying is that a man is 12 vershoks high means that his height is 2 harshins and 12 vershoks, which is about 2 meters. Okay.
Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help. Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night. I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know. I entered this old Banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light. And it was quiet.
Are blue lights supposed to be noisy?
I reached into the stove, you know, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later. Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, it left a mark. That devil didn't let me go. All of a sudden, some female voice said, "Marry me." The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would.
Oh, there's the mark right there. Look at that.
Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could.
But the wedding bells keep following me. Even now, listen, listen. I can hear them ring.
Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the Banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be?
All right, well, before we do that, let's go over to this. No. Abanik was the master of the Banya in which he resides. He could help or protect a man, but also scare or even kill him. It was important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. In the various villages of Sheridan Uzi, okay, I give up. It was forbidden to use the banya during the first or third heating or when drunk. A man could suffocate or burn himself to death. Events that were considered to be the punishment of the Banyak. A man could also fall into the hearth, constructed of rough-hewn stones, later constructed of brick. Sometimes banyas caught fire, so people built them far from their isba or even on a riverbank. Peasants often gave birth to children in banyas, so there was always a risk of a devil replacing their baby with an aspen log or a broom. Aspen! There it is. All right. But so far that doesn't really help us at all. What is a Russelick?
In the banya, you say? Wow, that's a bannock, all right.
Lucky guess. You're now in the skill section of the menu. Here you can unlock new magic abilities. You can visit this section through the menu at any time. With each level, you increase your health and gain knowledge points, which are necessary to unlock new abilities. As you increase your level, more and more demons will join your swarm. Some abilities unlock automatically at the moment of obtaining a certain level. Level 19, level 5. I am level 2. I have 1 skill point and 3 chorts. Yeah, so none of that's gone up. Let's see, what does this do? Level 3, level 3, level 3. Number of active slots for items increased by 1. Shopping prices are reduced by 10%. Increase the number of items that can be used per turn. Visiting peasants bring 10 more gifts. Oh, that's kind of nice. Draw an additional order page each turn. Draw an additional key page each turn. Page creation cost is reduced by 20%. Okay. Chorts bring 5 more per job. You can send 1 chort on a meaningless job. Okay, hey, that's nice. Chort specialties and job types are visible. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay. That's nice. But I think we really need to focus on the chorts. More money, meaningless job, or specialties. And next, like, chance of your chort completing the job will reduce. Chance of your chort completing the job will increase by 50%. What? What? Okay. This is the next one. Okay.
Lord Almighty!
So its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Smart woman.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
I could write this script.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Or the Banyak.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This Banyak may have an aspen seal on her.
But a Banyak is a male spirit that inhabits a Banya. I don't get this.
Go to the old Banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that she's living inside of a Banya? You can't really have much social interaction that way. After all, this is the 19th century, the 1800s. They don't have social media, TikTok, Twitter, formerly now known as X, or Facebook. I mean, I guess you just marry who you can catch and torture into submission.
You, Kola, use this balm on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kola.
I'll wait for you outside.
You're not waiting outside. Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll just talk.
Didn't
with you.
think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service. Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
All right, last visitor.
Hey, Vasya, they say you're a knower now.
That is such a young voice from someone drawn who looks so much older.
This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some.
Some.
It's near Zapolsk. Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
Didn't think I'd be seeking help. I've always my military.
All right. We are good to go. Okay. Each helper has a unique ability you can make use of in battle. Presence or absence of certain helpers affects outcomes of in-game events. Ooh, he's got the 5 damaging backhand. Okay. Alright, I have to go there first. Then I have to work my way up through all this, I guess. Oh, it's going to be a long trip. A long, long trip. The old forest that grows near our Isba makes people ill at ease, as does everything else nearby for that matter. You mean that everything makes your people ill at ease? Oh. Alright, so you get to a
You
location.
notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine as you listen to the alien melody. The devil continues his song. You listen, holding your breath and not moving. Soon, the melody stops, crashes against the tops of the fir trees, and dissolves in moonlit silence. You feel that perhaps now you understand demonkind somewhat better.
Okay, but I don't. But hey, got me 100 experience points, so who am I to complain?
Suddenly, a magic circle shimmers at the demon's feet. A moment later, another devil appears by his side. His burning eyes are staring right at you.
All right, what we got here? You got a lot of points there. Summon more evil sprites. Okay, we're just going to have to focus on you then, I guess. Okay, well, as soon as I have all white, I'm going to take that. Take that. And I don't have any attack. I can't do, okay. That's about all I can really do right now. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay. I have to hit you. Okay, you don't have any defense up, so I'm going to have to hit you with that. You. I'm going to have to get myself some defense up. And then... I should have hit you with that instead. Oh well. Nice. You have any defense up? You don't. Okay, we're going to throw that up for my defense. Throw that up. And throw that up. Ha-ha! Ouch. Oh, I still have to deal with these two. Alright, so... I don't have any negative stuff. Okay, what does this one do? You. Take you out quick. Or maybe not. Okay. My defense. Alright, who am I going to hit next? What are you doing over here? Yay! Okay, let's see what we got going here. Babushka! That'd be kind of cool. Oh. Yeah, so this is how it all keeps going. And you just go from place to place and you run into weird encounters.
You notice a strange sight in the distance. A ball of snakes is rolling around the woodland road, scales glittering in the moonlight. You remember one of the Zagavars that Yegor taught you. You whisper the words and the snake ball falls apart. It seems as though one of the snakes is immune to sorcery, and it slithers right towards you.
One's got 17. What do I have in a key? Victory! Oh, interesting. Let's take the gesture. Guess I can't talk with him. Nothing I need to look at, nothing else I can do. Alright, let's set off.
Near the old gravestones, you see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
Oh, it's you. I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while. Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is?
There's an exotic fruit called a date.
Seems right. What is the 3rd one?
What are the 3 dates? You guessed one, the kind with a loved one, and also the fruit. What's the 3rd one?
Well, which one of them? A date? It's a day.
A calendar date.
It sure seems obvious now. So you are a knower. Here you are, a treasure for your efforts. Well, I guess I have to get back to hell before they miss me.
The demon disappears into flames. You continue on your journey.
That's a good key. I need some more keys. Okay, well, before I do that, let's go take a look at my book. Book. I want to add... Can't I guess I can't do this while I'm off on the road. Disappointing. Okay, let's go take a look at this. Side quest! Woo! Like a road trip, but better.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
Well. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Expensive. What's this? Use a couple more of these. I've got a breaker, but don't really need one. Buy myself one of those because you never know when you're going to need it. Okay. I need to save the rest of my money. Okay, these are your side quests. I want to buy some more, but nothing else around here. Okay. Am I done? I guess this is where I gotta go next.
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire. You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside. You take several steps inside the hut. You suddenly hear a crack, and one of the burnt boards falls on your head.
Ow.
It's hard to tell who used to live in this izba. You step inside, and you seem to sense the smell of burnt wood. Stars and pine branches are visible above instead of a roof. Suddenly, you notice a shaggy figure near the furnace. As soon as you make a move towards the mysterious figure, it disappears. A ball of baked clay lies where the black spirit once was. You take it with you.
Oh, nice. I'm down a lot of health. I need to figure out how to get my... But I don't want to use... I want to use this stuff because I wish I could cast only cast in battle. You can't cast in, because otherwise I'd be like, yeah, cast me this sometimes. Wait a minute, what did I do? Oh, I can take things back out. Oh, okay. And take things out that I don't. Okay, well, all right. Well, maybe I can get some healing there.
You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon you hear a calm voice.
I don't know if I should bless you, Vasilisa. Your road is a twisted one.
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
Yes. How am I doing? Oh, 23. Cool. Let's go back. What do you have to sell? Oh, things far outside my range. Well, let's look in the future. A girl took a piece of Prosophora, went down the Gulbits, and saw a Susaduk there. Reduces your torment for shorts by 1 day. Okay. Leg for a saint. Interesting. All these new stats, which I have no idea what they mean. Oh, okay. Nice stuff, but all outside my price range. I have to go. Let's go take a look. The curved ravine.
You approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky. Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again.
That was disappointing. I can only go to these places once. Kind of disappointing.
There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank. You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine.
Alright, well, that's where we gotta go, but we're gonna go check these things out first.
Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him. You drink the tea in silence, with the demon's glowing eyes fixed upon you. You feel uneasy and try to finish the drink as soon as possible. Suddenly, you feel a metallic taste in your mouth. Looking inside the cup, you discover that you've been drinking blood.
Oh, no.
The laughing demon disappears, along with its samovar.
Well, you know, sometimes these things happen.
Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up and why.
Well, if you watch many television supernatural movies, they usually dig the pits because everyone's going to die soon. Saw that in the first season of The Walking Dead. Saw that in, is it the first season or second season of, what was that, Them? Oh, let's see what happens.
You start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease. You frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them.
An old grave at the bottom of the, okay. A coffin.
A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead. The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
Well, I see my encyclopedia entry. Goblet's gravestone. A goblet is a gravestone shaped like an izba, a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. In ancient times, the dead would bury in a small house without any windows. This is why coffins are referred to in some northern dialects of Russia as houses, or houses for the dead. In northern Russia, a gravestone in the shape of a cross, sometimes topped with a schematic roof, was called a golbet. The roof helped to protect the cross from rain. In the southern regions of the Russian Empire, a pseudo-roof was set atop ritual crosses or atop crosses that were placed near crossroads. On the day of Pentecost, the souls of stillborns, infants who died before baptism, and those who died unnatural deaths were believed to appear atop these crosses. Okay, well.
The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
No, let's leave the location. There's nothing more I can do here. Okay.
You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Nope, it's not. It's danger. It's peril.
Hi, Vasya! I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake!
All right, but just one.
As long as there's...
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep
Yes.
song.
Health restored. I've got it turned down so much we can't hear it. Alright, let's go to settings, volume settings. We're gonna have to sit through this one, so I'll have to listen to it. Well, this is exciting so far. It's not, definitely not some folklore tradition. All the Hawaii's nope. Okay. I guess that was it. Settings, volume settings. Okay. We're done? What's this? A pail. Might be useful.
The small barrel once held water.
That's it. Old door. Alright, that's all I seem to have around here to do. The banya.
Here it is, the old Banya. The things it saw during its lifetime.
Come back over here. Go look at my... Oh! I get a song I can listen to. Okay. In Sheridan, the banya was one of the most important features of an estate. People washed themselves and their clothes in the banya, as well as cured themselves, gave birth, made divinations, and conjured. The banyas brought health, but it was both clean and unclean. Childbirth left the filth of original sin, which had to be washed away and cleansed with holy water. Young people often organized Yuletide gatherings and games in the banya, and sometimes formed couples. So it's a bathhouse. If during the often cruel Yuletide games none of the men stood up for a girl, she was considered to be almost the same as an old maid in the premarital hierarchies. Even back then they had hags. 16-years old and already a hag. Oh, the cruelties of VTuber age discrimination. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Alright, let's talk.
Here at last. And all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night. Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai? You didn't cross yourself. An easy target for a chort.
So that's it. Seems like you can go wrong with a cross after all.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
All right. I know just the thing. Stand still.
All right, what we got here? We've got candle, Nikolai, and a shelf. Let's go to the candle. Okay. Let's look at the shelf.
All the shelves have rotted through.
All right, well.
Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You are the NoC here.
First, let us prepare. I'll draw a circle to be safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasa.
After that, we'll step into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasa, you are a NoC, no doubt about it.
In order for the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it back.
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well. Well, let's get to work.
Well, I've placed the stone on the stove. Only thing left is to light it.
Where's the stove?
Well, is it time?
Yes, it is, Kolya. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear. If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
All right, I get it. I'll stand still.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash and steam.
Wait! I've seen you in certain Japanese movies.
Wait. Don't run. Hear me out.
Jesus and his troops!
No. It's just a Japanese manga evil spirit girl.
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
An ordinary girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is that a demonic trick? What is she then?
Demon from hell!
I wouldn't mistake a Bannock for a girl.
Simple girls don't burn with that touch.
I may look like a demon, but I'm not. I'm just a girl. I've been living with Panika Abdiriha for 18 years already. Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them.
I was still a child and came to wash with my mother. I did something wrong. I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And so, an Abdiricha took me.
A bad spirit that lives beneath the benches of a banya. It can skin a human alive, hence the name, which literally means female skinner. Ooh. Is a mistress of the banya. She can be the wife of a bannock and usually behaves the same way as he does, punishing those who visit the banya at the wrong time. It is believed that uses her claws to skin such people. This is the origin of her name, which, if translated literally, means she skinner. Her appearance can vary. She can appear as a human or as a child. Most often, however, she appears as a woman with long hair, large teeth, and big eyes, with claws and horns. She was often depicted as a cat with big eyes or as an inanimate object.
Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
Princess Leia, I did not recognize you.
Where have you been all this time?
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
Do you know anything about aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdiricha.
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name. Then the Abdiricha will have to marry me to someone. You, young fellow, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do. I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
That doesn't seem right to me.
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing chart?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
Where can we find the belt?
I need a special belt as well. It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
A spiritual book containing names of the saints in connection to calendar days. Satsis were consulted to name a child.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting. Until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
Well, wasn't that an exciting adventure?
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt. Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
This is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
That was my second guess.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal? That Abdirija switched the girl with an aspen log. A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasya. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Well, if we're talking anime, this is like, things can turn out pretty well. There's entire shows based on that sort of thing.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then?
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
A cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything is possible, Vasilisa, if you think about it. I heard that an Ikotnitsa appeared in Yenidor recently.
A man possessed by a demon called an Ikota. Such people have strange abilities and in some cases the gift of divination. A village north of Jirdan.
Go there and take her cross.
Let's look into the other requests first. An enchanted belt woven by a witch.
No, a silken belt.
This is not as simple as it seems. You are a knower, yes, but not powerful enough to weave a belt like that. It also takes a lot of time. I know this witch, Kapitalina Ivanovna. People call her the spinner. But she's not an easy woman to deal with. We'd better go together.
Let's look into the other requests first. A name out of the Svyatse.
Well, that's simple. Go to the priest and he'll give you a name from the Svyatse, if you can convince him to. That is.
Let's look into the other requests first.
Let's do the cross.
Cross worn by...
Everything is... I heard that... Go there and take her cross.
Then I'll start with the cross. What could be more important?
In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota. So, did you get all that?
Who is that Ikotka?
Come on, don't you... This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zagovars over her. And then a chort, size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Oh, so that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
Where can we find that woman in Yenidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
What not to get? Go to the Ikotnitsa and take her cross.
I got 2 villagers. Okay, but I think we've reached a fine pausing point. Black Book is okay so far, but it can be kind of slow. Every step takes us into an encounter. There's side quests would take us to encounters. Sometimes there's riddles, but the riddles answers aren't always clear from the information, at least for me, that I've gathered, which is why I've picked some things. There wasn't really much on the changeling at the time. So That's why I missed that out. It was my second guess. You know, I didn't think she was a demon from hell. That was for sure. So, but I don't care to run things out this late. It's already getting close to midnight. So, I think we're going to call it here. So, if you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed, or at least found it interesting enough to go check this out. We're going to save the game, new save. Yeah, that's it. Yes. Okay. Let's exit from that. And let's exit. All right. So we got ourselves a little block screen here because I don't have any, not really set up. I'm still just trying to get the hang of these things. So if you did stop by and watch, thank you very much. If you do find the recording later on and watch, thanks a lot. Be sure to hit the like button if you like it. Leave a comment if you want. And I'll see you all around.